Hi team, good morning and good evening. Thank you for joining today's session. So before we start today's topic, let's do a short recap on previous class. First one, comments. Comments are done with the help of hash symbol, and to print a message, we will use print method. It is similar to system.out.println in Java, and in order to declare a variable, we no need to explicitly say what its data type. Just the name variable name equal to value. The single equal to means assignment symbol. This is a variable name. Right side of this is called value. And based on the value, automatically the data type will be taken care by the Python. And what is the naming convention of a variable is lower case with underscore. So everything it's going to be a lowercase, and each word will be separated with underscore symbol. And this means the value will be saved in the RAM. And if you want to find what is the memory allocation or memory location of that particular value, means you put ID. So automatically, if I execute this, see, okay, should operator basics. Now you can see this is a memory allocation of these particular variable values. Just for knowledge purpose, in real time ID we may not use that much. And there are set of rules we have to follow while working in the Python, especially while naming the identifiers. Identifiers are in specific variable also, that is mixed uppercase, lowercase, both upper and lowercase, and special character means space underscore is allowed, and we can use number, but number should come after that particular variable name, after that alphabet. Then we should not use any other special character other than underscore. Then very important, it's a case sensitive, so these two variable name are totally different. And very important, suppose if you give same value, automatically the variable allocation memory ID will be same. So that is two contradicting. Based on the value, the variable, it will take it. Some different value means different memory allocation. Same value means it will point out to the same memory address, just memory management reason. And we can't use a special keywords to name the variables like if, else, and all. And always a variable must start with character. If it starts with number, the Python will think it is a numeric number, so it will not allow. After that, we can also assign multiple variables like this, followed by comma symbol. And it can be of any data type like string, number, and the float, like that. And same value we can also assign to all the variables if you have such requirements. Then data type, we have first one numbers, that is integer, float, and real. Complex number, that is something but real and imaginary values. So based on the value, automatically it will assign the data type. Then if you want to find any variable type means, which is very highly used while debugging the code, use the type method. Type for just put the variable name, automatically you will know what type of variable it is, what type of data type we have used. And then comes the operators. First one, arithmetic operator, that is addition, plus, subtraction, then multiplication. There are two types of division. One is float division, so single forward slash will give you the output with the decimal point. And then double slash means that is integer. Okay, this is typo error, integer. So integer division means it will not give that particular decimal point. And for modulus, we have to use percentage symbol. This gives the reminder of the particular number which we are dividing. And exponential means to the power. If we want to use, we can do with double star symbol. And again, after arithmetic operator, the next one comes the relational operator, that is comparison between the numbers. So very important thing is we will get, when you compare, always the output will be of Boolean data type. So we can do less than, greater than, less than. If it is equal to, we have to use double equal to. If it is not equal to, exclamatory symbol equal to. So this is how we have to do it. And then comes the logical operator, that is and, then or. And or means if both the conditions are true, then only you will get true. Or means if any one condition is true, then you will get the true. And not as, if you get true, the output will be, it will display as false. False means it will display as true. So these are all the topics we have discussed yesterday, and today we will see few more on second team. Few more. Okay. Logical operator is done. Today assignment or augmented operator. So what is this? So assignment operators are used in Python to assign a value. We have already seen single equal to. We were using from the starting. Then comes the augmented assignment operator. Now what this means is, to this particular equal to, you can use plus, minus, something which is similar to post increment. So it combines the assignment operator with other arithmetic operator like addition, multiplication. This allows you to create a shortcut statement. So like this. In the Java, we have seen post increment, pre increment, but here we are not going to see such things. We will always use the post increment only. So here equal to means assignment, which we have already seen it. Example, and what is that equivalent meaning? So plus equal to means you are incrementing by y, 1. Then minus equal to, so that augmented operator should come first, followed by equal to. Then only this respective meaning will get it. So I'll try to code like few examples. So next one is assignment. We already know this is augmented operator. So we will try to assign a value I equal to 1. Now, if I want to increment it by 1, that is another way, that is I equal to I plus 1. Okay, then print. If I put what is the value of I, now what literally happens here, it is 2. So it means what? First, the I value equal, one second, the I value initially it was 1, then you are saying I is equal to I plus 1. So this will be assigned 1 plus 1, the output will be 2. So that is why we got the output here as 2. So this is a very old way of mentioning the incrementer, but in all the programs we will use it in a different way. Let me give one example for addition, that is incrementing. Incrementing means positive, adding. Decrementing means subtracting. So let me take j equal to 1. Now instead of j equal to j plus 1, I can mention j, that operator equal to, you can by 1. If you put 2, it will increment by 2. So it depends upon your requirement. It's a short message only I'm going to type. So this is print. In Python, we have to type print only. So here, let's try to check the value of j. It will be 2. So j is equal to, this literal meaning is j is equal to j plus 1. j is equal to j plus 1. This is the meaning of it. And same thing, if you want to do it, I can put this as an increment for easy understanding. Then one example of decrement. So you want to decrement a value. Let me take ijk equal to, let me decrement by 1. So k equal to 10. Now k minus equal to 1. So what is the meaning of this? This is nothing but k equal to k minus 1. This is the meaning. Let's try to check what is the value. So k is equal to k minus 1 means we already know what is the value of k. K is 10. Now k is equal to k minus 1. 10 minus 1, it is 9. Let's try to execute and check it. So the value is 9. Just a minute, team. Yeah, now increment decrement is done. So once again, team. So we are done with incrementing and decrementing. Now if you check the value, it is k minus 1. If you want to decrement by 2, you can do that also. Now you will get a value k is equal to k minus 2. 10 minus 2, it is 8. So based on our requirement, we can use these things. Then 1 minute. Okay, now let's see, we are done same way we can do it for multiplication, division, all these stuff. Now comes the next type of operator, identity operator. We may not use this effectively in automation, but still, if you sometimes what will happen, we will work with two objects rather than value. Two objects, object means it will save it in the same memory or different memory. We can check that. So identity operators are used to compare the memory location of two objects. So whether both of them saved in the same object or not. Let's try. So that is done with is not. We will do with one. Okay. Identity operator. Identity operator. Let's try this num3. I think num3, num3 already used. I will go with num4, 20, num5, 20. So we already know the memory, since the value is same, it means what? The memory also will be same. We already seen this concept yesterday. I'll go with num4. Let's check it. ID num5. So if I run this, see both of them are same. Both of them are same. See, it means same memory location. Now I want to confirm this without without checking the ID. So what I can do is num4 is. So is used to check the object whether it is same. Is means whether this both of them are same, whether number 4 is number 5. If it is same, of course here it is same, what will happen? We will get true. Suppose I put here another example, number 6, number 7. So I'll put this 30. Now number 6, number 7. Now let's execute. What will happen? The memory locations are different. See? So when you try to check, 1 minute, oh yeah, here I forgot to change. Number 6 is number 7. No, both of the memory location or both of the object reference are different. So we can check with the help of is. And next one is, I don't know why it's getting closed. Okay. So next one is not. This is, for example, if it is not same, then what will happen? It will say true. So both of them are not same. So now in this case, it will say true. So that's about the is and the is not. So I don't know why. Okay, here it is. So this is here. Okay. So see here, we are done with the identity operator, and next comes the membership operator. What is this? These operators are used to verify whether a value or a variable found in the sequence. This is very highly used one and also very useful one. Mostly we will use these things in uh, string list and dictionary tuple and all. So at that time we will see this. So this one we will see individually in every example. As of now I'm just skipping this. So Python. Now let's move on to the next one, that is this one, Python string. Here I'm teaching. Even I can teach this. Okay, give me a second. This alone we will see it later. Now we will move on to the next most important topic, that is control statement. Same example, same flowchart what I have used in the for Java, I'm going to teach it again. But here one basics we must understand. In Java, we will use the curly braces to define a block. So everything it will within the curly braces. But in Python, we use a tab or four white space. If there is any mistake in this, it will throw the error. That is one of the problem in Python. So we have to be quite careful while doing the indentation. So let's try to create the next program. So control statement. Control statement. First of all, what is control statement? We will understand. The same explanation which I gave it in the Java, I'm giving it again. By seeing this diagram, we can understand one thing like based on the path you take, it will take it to the respective location, respective destination. So if you see till now in all the programs, if we execute this, it is executing in a sequential way. See, everything executing in a sequential way. We don't have any control over this execution. There are some places where the things will be, we have to control our execution. Maybe after 15th line, it should go to some other line based on some condition. I should control the execution of the program. That is where the word control statement came into the picture. So this is nothing but a decision making. So in that, the first one is if statement. So one simple example, you're going for a purchase. You like something. If you like something, you will buy it. That is like, okay, if you, that is like only one. If you like alone, you will buy it, or else you will skip it up. So then comes the if else. If you like in this shop, okay. If not, else you will go for the next shop. And this is multiple else if. So here you will call elif in Python. So you have multiple, if not the shop, next shop or some other shop, until you find yours, you'll go for it, or else the last else condition back to the home. And within one if, you have another if. We call that as a nested if. So let's see this same examples what we have seen in the Java. The first one is if statement. So first, let's try to learn it. Hash symbol. Let's understand the syntax. Very important one within the triple quotes I'll mention. So if, see, if the test expression, and here no curly braces, it is colon, then one tab, automatically it will give, or else you one space, or 4 times you have to press white space, that you should give it, or else it will not work. So when this statement will be executed as, if this expression is true, then only the statement will be executed. Now first one we will see with an example. Just program to check whether user is major or not. So how can I do is, first let's declare the user age. Let's put user age as 16. Now see, if going for the condition, what is that condition? User age is greater than or equal to 18, then colon. So in Java we use curly braces. No, here colon. Automatically it took 4 spaces, white spaces. Here we have to say it is user is major if it is greater than 18. So when we run this, okay, we have to take that as file first time. Okay, what happened here is whether 16 is greater than 18. If you check, 16 is greater than or equal to 18, no, it is false. So it checked for this, then it is false, it came out of it. If it is true, it would have went inside this. The statement will be executed only if it is true. So keep this point in mind. So let me change the data. Now I will give like 20. Now if we execute this, see 20 is greater than or equal to 18. Yes, true. Then this particular statement will be executed. User is major age. Okay. Now this is first if. The same thing. Sometimes what will happen? Sometimes we will be okay with only one condition, only true executed. But sometimes if we user should be able to get the output if it is false. This is for true. No, if it is false means then we have to go for else. See, else colon and a 4 space or one tab. Print again. You can say user is minor age. Now executed, user is major age. Now let me put like 15. When we execute, 15 is less than or equal to 18, it is false. So user is minor age. So after checking the condition, if it is true, this will be executed, or else if it is false, the statement will be executed. Same like Java, instead of curly braces, we have to use colon. But here one problem is, for example, let's see whether this will work or not. It's working actually. It should not work. Sometimes what will happen, this indentation, maybe in the latest version I think they have fixed it, but long back when I did, indentations are very important. If there is any mistake in indentations, it will throw the error. It will not actually work. Now see, now it's not working. See, the indentation is compulsory. One space, okay, it is accepting one space but not in the same line. So that's the point. So just 1 second team. So it means even one space it is taking correctly, but there is another way we can do the indentation. In Java, we do Control A, Control I, but in PyCharm, Control A, Control Alt I. So automatically it will do it. So this is nothing but one tab or four space. It's like this also we can do it. So the first thing is 1 minute in here. Yeah, so we are done with the if statement. First one is if the condition is true, then only that statement will execute, or else it will end it. In the second thing, if the condition is true, if statement will be executed. If condition is false, else statement will be executed. Now there are some situations, some scenarios where we have to check for multiple condition 1, condition 2, condition 3. So we can go with elif. So in Java we will say else if, here it is elif. So let me do a program to verify the number is positive or not. So let's go with all type of number equal to 0. So if number is greater than 0 colon, and just try to close this. If it is greater than 0, then what I will say, print it's a positive number. L, usually we saw else, right? This is it's elif if number is equal to 0 colon, I will say it is 0. Here you can have n number of elif. Now I'm going with just one final else. I will say it is negative number. So while executing, if number, let's put it 1, let's go like 3. When we execute this program, so what happens is 3 is greater than 0. Yes, the condition is true, positive number. That's it. It will come out of the loop. Now if I put 0, whether 0 is greater than 0, it is false. Then it will come here. 0 equal to 0. Yes, it's true. So we are printing 0. Let me put some negative number, something -9. Now it is checking for this condition. -9 greater than 0, no. -9 equal to 0, no. So finally else will be executed. If you want, you can put elif also, another elif, and a number is less than 0, you can put negative number, else you can put enter a valid number. So it's purely depends upon the developer. They can design this logic. So it's up to you. So that's in simple. When you want to try with multiple condition, what you need to do, you have to go with elif statement. Then comes the nested if. The nested if means within one if you have the another if. Let's see this with a program for a better clarity. The same program I can also do it with the nested if. Okay, it is nested if, or else the Java program what we did, that is whether a person can able to donate blood or not based on the weight and height. I hope you all remember. So I will say like, I'll go with that person age. Let's put if you want to donate a blood, your age should be greater than 18. Let's put 20. And person weight, it should be, the condition should be greater than 50. As of now I'll put 65. So first, if what I'm doing, if person age, first I'm checking for the age. If it is greater than or equal to 18, first condition. So if this condition is true, then it is checking for percent weight. Percent weight is greater than or equal to 50. Then if both the conditions are true, then I'm saying able to donate the blood. Or else what it say else, it will say what it say, for example, the person age is greater than 18 but less than weight is less than 50 means underweight. Underweight. So like that it will tell. This is the first for this condition. For example, now if the age itself having an issue means what I can do, I can say uh, cannot donate blade under age, or you can say age must be greater than 18 to donate blood, greater than or equal to. So now uh, greater than, one second, yeah, it should be greater than, right? So let's see, if I did any mistake, we will check it, we will see that in the execution. Condition, it should be the person age should be greater than or equal to 18, weight should be greater than or equal to 50. So if I run this, see able to donate the blood, this is the condition, first condition. So if you see here, this condition is, one minute, this condition is true, because if you substitute here 20, here you substitute 65, it is true, both of them are true. If this is true, then only this statement is executed, then able to donate the blood. First scenario, let me put 45. In this case, what will happen, just before execution itself, let's try to visualize it. So what you're going to do, 1 minute team. So first, the person age is 20 is greater than or equal to 18. Yes, it is true. It comes here. Now wait, 45 is greater than or equal to 50. No, it is false. It means what? It will go to the else statement. So there is, it will go to the else statement from here. So if I execute this, it will be underweight. Underweight. Now comes this scenario. For example, it doesn't matter whether your weight is less than or greater than, but very important, age must be greater than 18. So that is the requirement. Minimum ages matter, doesn't matter your weight. Weight is again criteria. So here it checks for the condition. A person age is greater than 18. So 18 is greater than or 16 is greater than or equal to 18 means it's a false. So it will not go inside this, it will come for this directly else statement. So this is how we can able to code it as per our requirement. Actually, directly you can use and statement here. That is also possible. But again, we want to give in-depth output message why something is not possible. So multiple approaches we can do it for or while coding it. So if we are done, first control statement is done. If done, if else then must else if nested if, we'll say if. Now comes the in till now we can able to control it. Initially we'll execute in a linear step by step. Now we can control the execution. After that it is going here, control the flow. But if you observe something, this code is executed only once. But there may be some scenario I want to execute a piece of code n number of time until the condition is true. So there comes this one, looping statements. It means what? You have to execute a particular condition until it is true. So this, it will keep executing it. Check for the condition, it is true, it will execute that code. Until this condition is true, this will keep executing. If this condition changes to false, then it will come out of the loop. So there are two types of loops, and one is for loop, another one is while loop. If you want to achieve this, first we will go with the for loop. So here little bit a different way we do it when compared to the Java. So let's see this for loop later, because we have so many types of for loop. So what I will do is we'll go for the while loop, then we will see the for loop. I will come to this later, because for is there for because for is used in list tuple string. So there with proper example I will give you, rather than with simple one. So as of now, for is also we are skipping it. While loop. So while means here again, it until the condition is true, it will keep executing. If the condition changes to false, it will come out of the loop. So we will try to print a number from, this is while loop, print a number from 1 to 10. So here first we have to initialize I equal to 1. See, first increment, first we have to check while expression statement. Before that, we have to tell what is this particular value. Three part we have. One is initialization, increment, and condition. So this one is initialization. We have to start with 1 or 0 based on your requirement. Now while the condition, while I is less than or equal to 10 colon, so this condition it going to check. That's the case, then print I. So it will check one by one. It will check. I'll execute you and show you. And after that, we have to go with the incrementation. So I plus equal to 1. Like this, we will do it. In Java, we will put I plus plus. Here, it will not work. What you need to do, like this, you have to put it. So what is this literal meaning? Before that, let's execute and see whether we're getting the output or not. Yes, 1 till 10. Let me work it out for you. See, first initially I value is 1. Then it is coming here. So now what happened? 1 is less than or equal to 10. Of course, this is true. If this is true, then it will go inside this. It will print I. So the output will be 1. After that, it is moving to the line, this one. This is what I is equal to I plus 1. 1 plus 1, it is 2. Now, when it comes here, the value of I will be 2. So, second condition, 2 is less than or equal to 10. It is true. It will print 2. Like that, it will keep printing it. At one point of time, what will happen? It will print 10. Then the I value will be incremented to 11. Then it will check 11 is less than or equal to 10. It is false. Now the condition is false, so it will come out of the loop. So this is how it will work. So if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 10, till this condition is true, this will keep executing. And very important, you have to use this increment. or else what will happen, it will end up in the infinite loop. So if you're not putting this, the value of I will never increment. It will be always 1 is less than or equal to 10, 1 is less than or equal to 10. It will end up into the infinite loop. So keep this point in your mind, which is very, 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 very important. So maybe if you want, I can show you infinite loop. Just comment at the increment part. See, it will never stop. We have to stop manually. So three part is important when we talk about while loop. First one, it is about the initialization. Then it is about the condition, and it is increment or decrement. So my assumption is, as per the roadmap, we have seen in depth about all these concepts in Java. That's why I'm not putting a lot of efforts to explain this, because we have seen this many times. So I'm just going an overview only, not too depth. So while is 10, but here there is one new feature available for while. For everything we have else actually. See, can use else statement in the while loop, which is not available in the Java only in if else only we have, only in if we have else, but in Python we can also mention else. That is also possible. So I can put else. So once the condition is done, once the condition is failed, this will be executed. Maybe I can say like execution completed. So at one point of time, this condition will be false, then it will execute this piece of code. Now see, after this condition is false, it came here. So this is optional. If you want, you can use it, or else you can leave it. So while loop we are done, and do while those things are those things are not available in the Python. Always it's while loop only. While we have else. Yes, we can use it. You can use it in while, which is not available in Java. In Java only if only we can use, but here in while, even in for also you can use it. So that is one additional feature, and this isn't purely optional. You can use or you no need to use it. So I'll say this as an else is optional. Up to you. Only else or any other can also be only else. Else. Okay, fine. Cool. Any queries as you keep putting, you just mention it in the text, in the comments. I can read and explain those concepts again. So we are done with while, and another one important concept, evergreen interview question. That is what is the difference between break and continue. So we'll see this same thing. If you mention break, it will come out of the loop. If you mention continue, what will happen? It will skip the current iteration. This is what we learned in Java. Same example. I'm going to code it here with same program. So what I will do first, I'll go for a break statement. So before that, print. Okay. So same program. I'll copy paste here. So here after this, what I'm going to do, if I value is equal to 5, then I'm making it as break. So it means what? Once the value, if it finds I equal to 5, means it will come, break means it will come out of the loop. So let's execute it. So it will print till 4. Sorry, till 5. Till 5. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it printed 5 and checking. So every time first it will print 1 and check whether 1 is equal to 5. No, it is not equal to. Then it will come again. 2 is equal to 5. No. 3 is equal to 5. No. At one point of time 5 equal to 5, it was true, then this statement will be executed. So yes, we able to found a value or the condition is matched. Break means it will come out of this particular loop. Whenever you use while, it is always a good practice to use break once the condition is met. This one. And now the same program for continue. For continue, instead of break, I'm going to mention continue. So here a little bit, okay, I'll put this here for a purpose. This increment, okay, no problem. Why I mentioned like this? For a reason. So whenever continue is there, as per the definition, everyone will think yes, it will script the current iteration. So most of them, of course, this is good as per the definition, but in some certification, some interviews and all, what they test you is they give the code and ask you the output. Now, what is the problem is whatever, so you have to think it conceptually. Whatever the code below that, it will not be, it will be skipped. So now if I run this, so what happens here? So when I equal to 1, it is, see, it is print, it is starting. Okay, we have already used I multiple places. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so see here, first I equal to 1. 1 is less than or equal to 10, true. Whether 1 equal to 5, no. It is printing 1. Then it is incrementing. Then what happens? It comes for the next value. It both of them not same. Printing 2. Then 3. Then 4. So at one point of time, it will come 5 is less than or equal to, so I can write it down. It is easy for you to imagine. So at one point of time, 5 is less than or equal to 10. So what will happen? Yes, it is true. Now 5 equal to 5. Then it will come for continue. Continue means whatever the code below that, it will not be executed. Then it will go for, that is what they say it as skip the current iteration. So in this place, so it is not printing 5. And now see the stop. See here the problem. So till 4 only. So it is even, what is happening? It is almost creating a problem. So it is not incrementing. After that, all the code below that, it is skipped. So still now the next iteration I value will be 4, 4, 4. So this is where the error come. For example, if I put this here, see what happens. That is almost nothing but an infinite loop. You will get an error. So here, if you see incrementing, you're already doing it. So it starts with 2, it will print 2, 3, 4, and 5. When it comes 5, continue means what happens below that, that code will not be there. So 5 is not available. So purely depends upon your requirement. You have to, so now the program will be perfect. If you start from 0, so you are incrementing by 1 and then checking for the condition. So in Java, it is so perfect while implementing continue, but when it comes for Python, you have to be very careful when they ask an interview or any certification or online quizzes. Continue means try to work it out and check whether what are all the code available below, whether increment is mentioned below. If they mentioned below, definitely it is going to be an error without any doubt. It is at the top of the program means it is just going to skip what it is going to print it. So you have to be bit careful while doing this particular statement. So that's it. Break and continue is done. So a short recap. Operators we started. In operators, we started in augmented operator, that is when you add an arithmetic operator to equal to, it has its own meaning, that is increment, decrement, addition, subtraction, multiplication by one, or depends on what is the number you mention. And then if you want to compare the object, you use is. If both object are same, if both locations are same, then this will work. So operators is done. Then we went on to the control statement, that is we can able to control the execution of the program. So first, if we will do it. So if condition, this colon, one space, automatically it will be done in the pie chart. No need to worry about it. So this statement will execute only if the condition is true. If the condition is false, that's it. It will not have anything. Then again type if and else. If the condition is true, this will be executed, or else this will be executed. And then comes the multiple condition using elif. So you can have n number of condition using elif. Then within one if, you have another if, not that we call it as nested if. Why for loop, we're gonna see that later. Then looping statement, same. There are some conditions, there are some places a requirement. We want to execute same piece of code n number of times until the condition is true. So here while that condition, you're checking for that condition. If the condition is true, this will be executed. And very important, put the increment or else it will end up in the infinite loop. So till the condition is true, this code will be keep on executing. And we have an optional else statement. We can mention that for while. And then comes the break and continue. Break means if the condition, if you mention break, it will totally come out of the loop. If you mention continue, whatever the code below that, it will not be executed. It will move on to the next iteration. So that clarity you should have it. So that's about looping statement. We are done. Now Python string. So Python numbers, we have already seen it. It's a very easy identifiers. In the starting we have seen that as integer, float, and complex number. In the standard data type, numbers are done. Now we are going to focus on string. String is also going to be easier. Today we will focus on string. The list and tuple dictionary and all we will see next week, because same examples only I will use it in the list and tuple, whatever way you pronounce. Okay, string. String is the sequence of character. So single character means, okay, if it is going to have multiple characters, sequence of character means we call it as string. You can mention that single quote or double quotation. Anything is fine. It is accepted in Python. But in Java, single quote means it's a character. Double quotes means it is string. But in Python, it is nothing like that. It is up to you. You can mention any way. Then even we can use triple quote, but this is like doc multi-line comments or doc string. We already started using that. And Python does not have a separate data type for a character, so they represent as a single character. Even if you want to mention single character, you can use single quote or double quote. There is no a separate data type for that. Keep this point in mind. So okay, let's see that with the program. String data type. Okay, let's create a simple variable name, maybe welcome message equal to single quote or double quote as you wish. Welcome to Python class. So now you want to print it, you can print. Okay. Always use the comments, then only program will look better. Readability. First time you run it as a function, welcome as Python class. So single quote or double quote, that's not an issue. It will print without any problem. So this is done. Now comes, so first part is done. Now comes, what is that? How to create a Python string. We have done it. So within the single quote or double quote, we have done. Then accessing values in string. We call it as slicing or directly with the help of index. So whenever we talk about string, it always starts with, see, accessing means I want to access this or this. So many concept comes here. So everything here, it is index based. So we know already index based means count starts from 0. If that's the case, maybe let me reduce the complexity. So just I'll put Python class. Python class. Easy to count. So now I want to access a particular, it is all, the count starts from 0, and this particular print welcome. If you mention within the square bracket and give the index value 0, it will print p. I'm just showing how to access it, because see here, assigning the value, accessing the values in the string. Slicing concept, next one I will change it. First we try to access through simple string, one particular character, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. If I put 11, you will get s. Let me run this. See, yes. If I put 12, oh, very famous error, index out of range. So whenever you try to access something which is not in that index, you will get string index out of range. So we have to be, if whenever you get index out of range means the number mistake you have done it. So this one keep in mind. So I'll go with this, 1 minute, insert. Okay, this one. Now we will see the slicing concept. This is very interesting one. In Java and all, we use substring, lot of things, but substring, split method. But this one is quite easier. Let's try it. See, print this particular text within the square bracket, colon. So this is nothing but starting position, and this what, ending index, starting index, ending index. So starting index, I'll put 0. Ending index, always remember, end index index. Across Python, this rule will come. End index, when you mention, it should always take -1. It will exclude that particular end index. So if you want to take Python 1, so you're starting from 0 and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you give 5, it will take till 5 minus 1, 4 only it will take. So if I give 5, it will not take n. See, Python only it is getting. So if you want this also, you give the next index number. You can put like 6. Then run it. Python. So this is a one way. Now same thing. Square bracket. For example, you gave what I can say. Let's put some other one, just like colon. You're not mentioning anything means by default it will take the starting until the end it will go. So it will mention Python class. Anyhow, we will not use this, but still I'm saying if you're not mentioning, by default it will take 0 end -1. It will take it. And now you're not mentioning this and that. For example, okay, let's give this one. So this one is 6, 7, 8. So if you mention 8 and here you're not mentioning anything means from the 8 till the last. So it means what? It should display class. You no need to count and give it again. See, this will be very useful while working with big strings. So starting index you mention, then you leave it as it is till the end, it will take it up. See, okay, it is 7 then. I counted wrongly. So from 7 means from C till the end, it will take it. Then another way. So you're not mentioning anything starting, but where it should end. Maybe you can give 6 or 8, whatever. So from the starting till 8th index, n-1, it will take it up. It is Python class. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you mentioned 8, that's why till C it came. So this is slicing concept. I think I have a proper documentation for slicing. Let's see whether have any better diagram. Numbers, this and all we have done. This is done. You for I will see it later. String method. Okay. So better documentations are here. See that this I have to update this code. The problem is it is pointing out to the some other my old URL a4everyone.com. So copy the. So this should be. I have one better diagram for it. What is that image? No, it's migration not properly done. Okay, no problem. I'll try to work on this materials. It's been a long time. I didn't touch the data science. Okay. Negative indexing. I'll show it in Google. Negative indexing. This is not available in any programming language. Python negative index. Images, always learn with images. Easy for us to remember most of the concepts. See, everything we will count till now. Positive index means we will start from 0 like that. No, negative index means this will start from the end. So this value means it is -1. So here this example, see, month Python type error. So if you go with 0, 1 to positive index, negative index -1 means this one from here, the search will start and give the value. So that is what negative index. Uh, Maybe we'll try with some other value. What value? Okay, we'll go with course. Welcome to Selenium. Now I'll go with the negative index. Print course colon. Okay, let me put -1 directly. So it will take em because it starts from -1. There is no 0. Remember, positive alone it will 0. Negative means it starts with -1 like this. So now we will get the output em. So this one. Same way here also we have that this thing, but it will confuse a lot. Not that much needed. Still, if you want to use it, you can do it. Maybe you can start with 1 2 3 8 means what will happen from the 8, it is still Selenium. Okay, -4 means 0 1 -1 -2 -3 -4. Simply I'm randomly giving like this. So like this also you can do it. Sometimes you have a very big string. Imagine successful messages displayed with the transaction number. So starting you will count it, and the end, instead of counting from here like 30 40 numbers, at the end, from the end you can count and give it. So at that time this is very useful one. But remember the concept, it starts from -1. This is very important. From positive means it starts from 0. So where this will be very useful is when the string is input string is very big, in that you have to truncate some value, then go with the this concept. So positive indexing is also done, negative indexing also done. Okay, accessing value, negative indexing, then index out of range. Just now we saw that when you try to access something not on that range, it will throw the error. And how to change or update a string, again a very important interview question if you go for data science, or even strings are immutable. What do you mean by immutable? Means you can't update the string. Is it so? Let's check it out. A string, let's put Vinoth. Now if I put index 0 1 2 3 4, I want to convert this to, let's print str. If I put 5, what is the index of 5? It is t. Okay, we understood this. Now I want to update in this place with d. Vinod. Most of them message me like that, but I am Vinod actually. You try to update it. Let's see what happens. Simply I printed after updating. It will throw the error. See, string object does not support item assignment. It means what? String is immutable. You can't update a string, anything. It is not possible at all. This one, keep it in your mind. But I want to do it, take a copy of it and then replace it. That's a one thing. But if you want to update a string in the existing memory, this will not allow. String are immutable. Very famous interview question. Python string means this question they will ask for sure. Then they will ask what is mutable, what is immutable, what are all the features it will allow. Remember, string is immutable. That particular you can't update it. So this is the one thing, but you can delete the string. That is possible. Delete means entire thing I can delete it from the memory, but if you want to update anything, it's not possible in string. It is possible in the list and tuple, but not on the string. Let me comment this. I will not get that error. Okay, fine. one option. This is this one. How to delete a string? Very easy. Just put delete that string. Now you see what is that? After deleting, it will be empty. See, it just a class of it. It means what? It's an empty. It deleted it. So you can assign a value to a string. You can delete it, but you can't update it because strings are immutable. And very important, slicing concepts are very useful one, especially Selenium automation. We have to take some transaction number, ID, and all. We will be using slicing concept only. And in that particularly negative indexing, if the string is very big, count from the end of it starts from -1. So we are done with this or this negative indexing. Then there are some string operations are there, string concatenation, comparison, membership. Oh my god, this is going to be a very big topic. I don't think if I start now I can able to complete it. So what I will do is we will try to learn this concatenation, all these types of for loop, all the stuff in the next class. That's going to be definitely a very big topic. And then once things are done, then we'll go for list and see links are mutable. We can update it. This Python list and Python tuple. So same example, I will copy paste and complete it. These two topics I will be doing it parallelly. After that, dictionary. Especially when we want to create a framework, we will use dictionary concept. Very powerful mechanism. I think once this is done, then we will learn how to write an user defined function. In Java, we call it as method. In Python, it is function. Once that is done, like how to call a function, how to return a value, and a variable, that is local variable, global variable, then function, how you pass a value, single value, multiple value, some function without any code implementation, just in single line, we call it as lambda or anonymous function. After that, exception handling, like if else, try catch, we will do it in Python. Here it's in different way. Here try except, not catch, try except else, try except else finally. So instead of try catch, here except. I think mostly it will take for me 2 more class maximum. By next weekend I'll try to complete it up by 6. If not, on 12th we will be completing the Python. From 13th we will try to complete the rest of the modules like robot framework, and the 20th or 21st module Docker is available. So we will be completing this training by November month. So I'm just passing the recording. Thank you, team. We'll see tomorrow again. Next week again. Bye all.